broken the costs into the first and the second priority trails, and then identified some of the basic elements that are required for construction. You can see that list. There's site prep, earthwork, surfacing, and amenities. The first priority trails are shown at around $325,000, and the second priority would add another $100,000 or so to that.
We're looking at the cost estimate of somewhere between $400,000 and $500,000. That includes charging market rate for a lot of the labor, but if we use volunteer labor, wouldn't that cut the cost down significantly?
That's absolutely correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's an accurate statement. Volunteers typically are a little cheaper.
I absolutely agree. And one other thing I'll just weigh in on is I think some of the greatest value we see on some of these trails is with the long-term maintenance, the volunteer groups that actively use them and will schedule work parties on the weekend, that sort of thing. So I think if there's not an opportunity for them to be involved in the actual construction of the original trail of the trails, there certainly is lots of opportunity for maintenance and upkeep.
If the council chooses to pursue the whole trail system and just the ADA parking space, which means just trails and ADA parking, no restroom facility, is closer to $800,000. If I may just clarify on including in the CIP, so based on what input and feedback we have heard from council, so to include in the 2-year CIP would be the phase 1, which would be ADA parking and the trail system. And the access path from 144 to the trail.
Councilmember Bess Campbell.
So I think that one ADA spot, obviously we want to encourage that, would be useful. But the other question I have on this is, these are all of the estimate costs that we have. That does not include Washington Trails Association building it out. This is all third party doing the labor. So I know that Washington Trails had said previously they would be willing to do a portion of the project, not all of it. So this price tag could feasibly go down if we can work out a partnership. Is that still what your understanding is?
Yeah, so absolutely, you're correct. Able to do it, 25, 50% off.
Well, and from the conversations that I've had, it's not necessarily the cost savings that people are looking forward to with Washington Trails. It's the actual construction of the trail itself that poses, I guess, the greatest interest in the community. We had a lot of people show up for Greenbrier and we finished early. So there is a desire to do that work. So yes, it's cost saving, but I think it's also important to recognize that this is one of those trail systems that people will love and already love. So if we could have at least some component, even if it's at a 25% cost savings of X amount of dollars, I think that that's how you create the community around the park where everybody feels that they had a part of it.